Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and happy Sunday. Last day of the weekend. Hopefully your weekend's been doing, amazing. Mine's been pretty good. Learned to play a little bit of D&D last night. Math is, I don't like it. That's fine. So what we're doing today is, this has been a request. This has been a request for like a little over a week now. And this is one I wanted to do last week, but again, I had like a super migraine. We're past that, okay? So the deck was to use the only tag team skill currently in Speed Duel. And again, I feel like it's a little upsetting that this is the only one. And I do apologize for my phone. That should have been on silent. So we will rectify that now. And I really feel like by not fleshing out everything that was the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, like we missed out on, there could have been like Joey Yugi, there could have been the Yugi Kaiba, and I don't care if it's like versus Big Five in the virtual world playing Dragon Master Knight. I don't care if it's them versus Umbra Loomis or insert. I'm sure there was a third time they played together. But it is what it is. I would have liked to see more team-up skills, and maybe that's something that Konami will go back and do, is maybe we'll get one set, and it'll be like a short set, and we'll get nothing but team-ups as far as the skills, and it'll help flesh out decks that are like that. So this skill is Jaden and Cyrus. At the start of the duel, you will flip this one over. The skill is Believe in Your Bro. So again, we got 3 effects here. It's all really cool. Each of these skills can be used once per duel. Once per turn, you may activate one of them based on the types of monsters that you control face up. So if you have an elemental hero and you wish to use the skill number 1, you may discard 1 trap card to add a level 6 or lower Machine-Roid type monster from the graveyard to your hand, then destroy 1 monster your opponent controls whose attack is less than or equal to the added card. If you have a Machine-Roid type monster, you may choose to discard 1 spell card. If you do this, special summon any level 6 or lower Machine-Roid or elemental hero monster from the deck in defense with its effects negated. And if you actually choose or you have both, and you want to do the final effect, which is actually kind of our win con, it's how we want to develop our boss monster. If you control one of each, at least, discard any type of card, then fusion summon 1 fusion monster using only Roid and elemental hero monsters that you control. So again, this is pretty cool, and it shows off their teamwork. Which is really great. So let's get into the deck and let's give you guys some monsters to play. First and foremost, I love Drillroid. I think this is one of the best cards they printed, at least in Speed Duel right now, because this guy was kind of meh in the advanced format when he was released. Before damage calculation, if this card attacks in a defense position card, again, it does not say face down defense. So this is going to replace Mystic Swordsman level 2 and Sasuke Samurai back in the past. And just destroy that monster card. Of course, it is going to consume the attack that the monster had. That's fine. But it is awesome. And you guys know my penchant for running 3 copies of Book of Moons. So chances are we're putting something face down. We do need an elemental hero to cover the bill. So we are going to use the strongest level 4 that we have. And currently that is going to be Sparkman at 1600. And again, we don't have to worry about his effects getting negated when he's special summoned because he doesn't have one. His effect is to look cool. And our last monster, again, we need this one, is going to be UFOroid. And this is going to be that 6-star that they were talking about. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a machine type with 1500 or less from the deck in face-up attack mode. So again, at some point, you're going to have to summon this, or summon the Drillroid while you have the elemental hero out, and then use the skill card Believe in Your Bro to use the UFOroid from the hand. So that's how we're going to do that. Going into the spells, of course, there are my 3 copies of Book of Moon, because again, I don't go anywhere without them in this game. Even with Cursed Seal, the Forbidden Spell out, I still don't see enough people playing it, at least in my local area. So for now, I can still get away with 3 books. Now, if you can't get away with 3 books of Moon, play 1 or 2 and switch it up with adding in cards like Shrink and Offerings to the Doomed. You're going to eventually get the same type of output from all of those cards. Just so happens I like Book of Moon the most, so that's the one I end up playing. So if you do see a lot of Cursed Seal, go ahead and vary that up, make it a 3 1-ofs. So the Cursed Seal isn't as strong against you, and it makes them feel like they've actually wasted more. We've main decked 1 copy of the Cosmic Cyclone. Again, if you guys prefer the Night Beam, play the Night Beam here. I'm using the Cosmic Cyclone because not only is it a quick play, but I can target a face-up card too. So like Zoma's still a thing. So you want to do that. Maybe field spells with Leviathan Dragon and Legendary Ocean out right now. You know, obviously they're not going to set a field spell first, so the Night Beam is going to be a bit ineffective. Cosmic Cyclone, I can chain it to it and take it back off the field. 3 copies, Reinforcement of the Army. And all this is to make sure that I get to my elemental hero. Again, if we read back through here, if you have the Machine-Roid type already on the field, like the Drill-Roid, we can go ahead and we can press the UFOroid or the Sparkman to the field by discarding a spell. So again, it's going to feed into it eventually, and then we can use the additional, what would be like a bricked copy, in order to perform as our Fusion Catalyst portion of our skill card. Going to our traps, you guys know I'm playing 2 Lost Winds. Lost Wind again, target a face-up special summon monster on the field, negate its effects, have its original attack value. If a monster is special summoned from the opponent's extra deck, again we're in the GX era, while this is in the graveyard except during the damage step, then we may choose to set this card back on the field, banishing it when it leaves. So again, Lost Wind's going to do us a lot of good. And I'm actually playing 2 more traps. I'm going to be playing 2 copies Wall of Disruption. And part of this is because this is just like good stuff. And second off, I kind of, just in case I get the hero out first and I need to get my UFOroid or whatever, I can try to activate the first effect. So the effect of the Wall of Disruption, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, all of their attack position monsters lose 800 value per monster that they control. So again, right now we do not have extra zones. The most monsters a player can control is 3. So this is anywhere between an 816 or 2400 point loss for upwards of 1, 2, or 3 monsters each. So again, pretty gnarly. Just real quick, guys, go ahead, take a screenshot or maybe pause the video. Take a couple notes because there's not a lot to write down here. And I'll be right back with the extra deck and the side deck for you. So just a second, my friends. All right, coming back with the extra deck. It's going to be mostly what you guys remember it like every video. So again, I do have Waking the Dragon in the side deck. So I'm going to want the strongest fusion monster in the game. I'm going to want one of the most technical monsters in the game with 3 different effects. I'm going to want the like 3rd strongest or something at this point, but he still has piercing, so I think he's the strongest fusion monster with piercing. Again, no extra zones means Ojama King has the potential to absolutely lock out the opponent's ability to play monsters until they deal with him. Of course, we have the Thousand Eyes Restrict. You guys know this. In case you didn't know, he's now in my phone instead of the Dark Magician because he's just that cool. He's also on the other playmat as a toy that I bought from a toy store because yes. And then our last one is actually the reason we're playing this deck. So we actually have a copy of the UFOroid Fighter. So this is UFOroid plus any warrior. So again, moving forward, what we're going to be able to do is be able to tech any type of warrior cards, not just elemental heroes. So as soon as we find other skills that will operate well with it, we're looking at doing this maybe more often. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion materials, which is fine because it doesn't say it can only be fusion summoned like heroes. So technically you can awaken the dragons, but if you do, it's not going to have any value. It's going to be zeros. The original attack and defense of this card becomes the combined attack of the 2 materials used for the summon. Now, what does that mean in this deck? It means we have to take UFOroid, which is 1200, plus our strongest warrior, which is going to be 1600. He's our only warrior. That means this card is only ever going to be a 2800 point card in my deck. And there is only one other way to change that. And that is in game 2 or 3. Maybe you got the Cyberblader to the field. You were able to perform the Waking the Dragon. Your opponent banished it. They bopped it, whatever. So now you've got this card. This would then allow this to get up to like 33 because it's only going to be the original attacks that are combined. So Cyberblader's like second effect where it can double over is not going to come into account. So it's the only other way to play the UFOroid fighter in this deck, which is again why he's surrounded by a bunch of one-ups, because we've only got one shot with the skill card, no other fusion catalyst, and Waking the Dragon is not going to work for him. Moving into the side deck, we are going to be running another copy of Cosmic Cyclone, in case you guys were wondering where the second one was. We do want to run 2 Cursed Seals to the Forbidden Spell. Again, we're running 3 Reinforcement of the Army. Chances are we're only going to use it once, if at all, the way that this deck actually runs. So it's good to have something that specifically says it wants to eat up a spell card. Between this and our skill card, it kind of offsets having so many copies. 2 copies Waking the Dragon just for consistency, and then I had 1 extra card, a slot available in my extra deck. I didn't feel like No Movement Across that would be a good fit, so we did just throw 1 copy of Zoma. Guys, this is it. This is the deck. This is the Believe in Your Bro, UFOroid fighter deck. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. This is really fun, but this one probably not going to win any local tournaments. This one's just going to win your heart and let you have some fun on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, if you want to support the channel, and I know some of you do, it's very cheap, very easy, doesn't cost you a thing, costs you maybe 20 seconds. It would be amazing if you guys would maybe like the video and just leave a comment. And it doesn't matter what the comment is. You guys could tell me what your favorite vegetable is, and that still helps out with the algorithm. It just helps us get seen by more players. This way more players have the opportunity to enjoy their game more by seeing somebody who's not trying to say, here's your A1 top tier God draw win turn 0 build. There's enough people doing that. We need some people that are just out here to have fun, and that's what I'm trying to do. So, guys, do the things. Maybe we earned a subscription. Maybe we didn't yet. But hopefully I get to see you guys again later. I do have a spotlight for you guys picked out today. We do have a deck master for Monday. We've got more Dark World content coming up next week. And full disclosure, I'm going to go buy a box of cards from the Battle of Legends series. And we're going to go see if we can pull a card. So that'll probably be up later in the week. So, guys, I hope that you're looking forward to some of that or all of it. And, yeah, peace out. See you guys later.